And esteemed guests. Good evening!
Good evening!
Well, it's both an honor and a profound joy to stand here tonight, not merely to attend an installation, but to be in the presence of a Rotary Club that embodies the very soul of the organization, the relentless spirit of understanding, goodwill, and peace. So tonight is more than just a ceremony. It is a recommitment, not just to serve, but to serve with heart, not just to lead, but to uplift, not just to do Rotary, but to be Rotary. So this is not an ordinary Rotary Club. This is a club that has chosen to lead with compassion, to center peace in its purpose, and to walk the difficult but necessary path that divides our communities. So in a world where headlines speak of fracture and fear, your club sends a different message, that unity is still possible, and that kindness still matters, and that hope still lives on. So as District Governor, I've had the privilege of visiting many clubs, but tonight I do not just see another installation. I feel like a deeper calling in the room. I feel a collective will to care, to connect, and to change lives. And that is Rotary at its best. Peace isn't a faraway idea. It isn't reserved for nations. It is a daily practice. It is how we speak to one another. It is how we teach our children. It is a strength to stay present when someone is struggling. It is a wisdom to withhold judgment, and it is a courage to forgive when no one is watching. So whether it's through your Peace Kitchen outreach, your youth mentoring and protection with the elderly and the migrant workers, each act of care affirms the dignity of another human being. And in doing so, you restore something that is sacred in this world. These are not just club activities. These are statements of intent. That this Rotary year, you have chosen peace not as a slogan, but as a standard. To be a Peacebuilder Club is not just a title. It is a commitment to Rotary's deeper purpose, to reach across divides when others want to look away, to show up with empathy even when it is not convenient. Rotary International has placed peace building and conflict resolution as one of the 7 areas of focus. That was not symbolic, it was strategic, because peace is not the absence of noise, it is presence of justice, inclusion, and compassion. So you are perfectly placed to lead as a club. So dream boldly, partner with other clubs and foundations to design peace education for our region, for example. Support mental health and suicide prevention, and give young people hope. Sponsor peace fellows who will go into the world as bridge builders and truth tellers. Rotary's tools are ready. The resources exist, and the only missing piece is our collective will to act. But you already have that in abundance. So let us imagine peace not just as a vision, but as a measurable impact. So in families reconcile, in young people giving a second chance, in communities made whole again. And yet, even as we think globally, we must remember that peace, fellow Rotarians, begin at home. Not just in the homes that we live in, but in the homes of our hearts, in our private thoughts, in how we treat ourselves when no one is watching. It begins with the way we speak to our spouse. It begins with the way we speak to our children when we are tired. It begins with forgiveness, not just for others, but for ourselves.